So we're looking at the Math Spiral Review 13. This is for Block 2. The Spiral Review is due this Friday, which is December 3rd.
You always do that.
Okay, you can turn it in anytime between now and Thursday to get a pre-check. Let's look at the directions first over here in the number sense column. The first one is rounding. Actually, the first two are rounding. Remember that any digits that come after the rounding place, that is after the decimal point, we do what? Do I drop them or change them to zeros? Drop them. So this will not have a digit after the 9 for sure. Okay, that's a tricky one. Here you're naming the place value. Note that this is a decimal number, so that is not the ones place. Here you're going to name the value of this underlined digit. Again, we have a decimal number. Here you're going to write the number in standard form. That's the way we've always written numbers, and this is word form, so you're going to spell out each word. Okay, here you have to show all of your work. So we should rewrite the problem, and we should see the regrouping work, and to check you're going to estimate. Here you're going to do your subtraction problem. Again, we should see the regrouping work, and here you're going to use your inverse operation to check. How do we use inverse operations to check? Add back. Okay, divide and show the division model for 64 divided by 7. Okay, it looks a little different, but it's the same division model that we've been doing for a long time. Here we're going to multiply 76 times 58. Use a strategy of your choice. Most of you are using an area model on that. Okay, your inequalities. You must have a fraction over here with a common denominator. Okay, so this is worth 2 points. One for the equivalent fraction, one for the comparison. Okay, and then you're going to add these together. You can add your decimal point 00 to the end to make your columns line up. Again, you're going to subtract. You can add a 0 to the end of this decimal to make your column line up. You might want to highlight those addition and subtraction symbol. Okay, write 33 7/10 as a mixed number and a decimal. So here's the number. Write an example of an inequality. You can go to journal page 30 to help you. Name the property. You need to spell it correctly that is being shown. And remember that that is a proper noun, so you should uppercase. You may want to give yourself a reminder here that that's a proper noun. Okay, name the factors in this problem. You can use journal page 41 to remind you what the term factor means. Okay, find the area and perimeter of this complex shape. You need to decompose it into 3 rectangles. There are some missing sides. You will need to know what is the length of that side and that side in order to find the perimeter. It says to decompose it into 3 rectangles, but I think there is an easier way to do it. I think that we could obviously do that into 2 rectangles. So you could do 2 or 3. I think it will be easier to do 2 rectangles there. Okay? Use a ruler. Use a ruler. Make sure you include points, letters, arrows. Make sure you use that blue sheet that we have been referring to all year that should be in your red math folder. Okay, you need points and you need arrows on your lines and you need letters to label them. Yes, Carter? Use a straight edge or ruler. Okay? And then here's a problem solving. Abby's dance team wants to buy costumes that cost $56 each. The dance team has earned 523 in fundraisers. How much money will they have left in the fund after they buy 9 costumes? Anybody reading through that? What do you think we need to do here? What do we need to do? Jameson? That's right. That's going to be a good start. And don't forget to do your answer and your label here. Okay, so looking through that, on the front side, what freebies might we need? Who needs a refresher on any of these things on the front side? Gemma. This one? You want me to add that for you? Oh, the estimate? Okay, thank you. So remember, when we estimate in addition, we need to round each add-in to the same place. What is the highest place value that these have in common? Colin? 100,000. So we need to round each one of these to the nearest 100,000. So Gemma, what is this one going to round to? 183,391. Is it closer to 100,000 or 200,000? 200,000 plus, what is this one going to round to? Is it going to be 3,600,000 or 3,700,000? Avi? Okay, and then we're going to add those together. Okay? Are there questions? I'll go ahead and add them for you. These columns are so hard. So your estimate is 3,900,000. So when you add, your sum here should be close to 3,900,000. Okay, Luke? Go ahead. Okay, 64 divided by 7. Okay, how many? I'm going to divide 64 into how many groups? 7. So let's make our models. Okay, how many times can 7 go into 64 without going over? How many times can 7 go into 64 without going over? 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 10 is 70. So 10 is too big, 5 is too small. What are you coming up with? Riley? Okay, 7 times 7 is 49. I think we can go a little bigger. Carter? 9. 7 times 9 is 63. So you put 9 in each group. How many are left?
1.
So you need to show that 1 somewhere. How do I write this as a quotient with a remainder? What do I put on the blank? Jameson?
9.
Yep. And when we divide in 4th grade, we do not use decimals or fractions. We show the remainder. One of our 4th grade standards is to be able to use that remainder in problem solving, to know what to do with it. So we have to divide with the remainder. Okay, yes, Carter. Well, we would have to have the answer here. Okay, if you need help with that one, I'll help you after you do the subtraction. Let's turn it over and look for a freebie on the back. I'm not going to do the whole problem solving. We just told you the 2 steps, which are multiply, then subtract. So I think that's enough help there. What else do we need help with? What do we need help with that we don't remember from a bit? Marin. The inequality here or the inequality here?
At the top.
Up here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to convert 3/4 into a fraction that has the same denominator over here. So it needs to have 28. So to find my equivalent fraction, I need to multiply my numerator and denominator by the same number. So 4 times what is 28? 7. So then I need to put my numerator times 7 as well. So 4 times 7 is 28. 3 times 7 is 21. And now you can easily see which one is greater, right? Ah, man. Okay, which one is greater? 21/28 or 19/28?
21/28.
There you go. 21/28 is greater than 19/28. Okay, if you're here in person with me today and you're super lucky, you're going to have to be a great listener because we just lost connection for a minute. What other one do we need help on? On the back. What other one do I need help on? Will? You forgot mixed numbers? Okay, so write 33 7/10 as a decimal and a mixed number. So a mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. So what's our whole number? 33. And what is our fraction? 7/10. So it's 33 and then 7/10. Okay? And then how do I write that as a decimal? 33.7. So everyone should have that on their paper, even though you can't see it on the screen. 33 7/10. 33 is the whole number, 7/10 is the fraction, and then 33.7 for the decimal. All right, I can do one more freebie. What's it going to be? Who needs it? Someone I haven't called on. Cooper? The area of this one up here?
No.
Okay. I think we would be wise to just divide it into 2 rectangles. So I'm drawing my line from here to here. Okay? So I'm just making a small rectangle and a big rectangle. So let's look at area equals what? How do I find area?
Divide.
Length times width. So on the top, what are my length and width on the top rectangle?
3 and 2.
3 and 2. So what's the area of the top rectangle?
6.
6. What are my length and width of my bottom rectangle? Raise your hand. The length and width of the bottom rectangle. Savannah.
2 and 7.
2 and 7. So 2 times 7 is 14. And then you need to add those together. I'll give you one freebie side. The side on the top rectangle that's missing that I highlighted orange a minute ago. How many centimeters is it? 2. Don't forget you need to find that missing side on the bottom so that you can find the perimeter. Okay, also for your area work, you do need to show 3 times 2 is 6 and 7 times 2 is 14 in the box and show where you're adding those together. Okay? Did everyone show their work over here in this box?
Yep.
Okay.
This box.
Okay, well, the box is right there, and I just said what to write. So we have to listen. 3 times 2 is 6, 7 times 2 is 14, and then show where you're adding them together. Don't forget to put your answer in the blank. Okay, we're going to put this